Hey! Alright guys, we are in South Dakota and we need to go kill a turkey because we finally, after a long days of travel, I think probably 14 hours in the car, got into some good turkey country. We kind of hit some dead ends along the way, but we'll give it a proper intro later after we're done setting up camp probably. But we're on a 2020 South Dakota spring turkey hunt and we have a bird gobbling. We're just literally driving around this dirt road with the windows open and I heard him out of the truck. Public land on both sides. He's close and hammering. Jumped out of it, reversed about 150 yards, jumped out of the truck, got camo on, and we're gonna go try to make a play on him. We do need to leave enough light to get camp set up. We're just gonna be tent camping, so let's go get him now. I don't know if you want to set up, try to call him over, or if we should just check him and move up, right? Just gonna check him. Okay. I kind of feel like he's being there though. What if he's right there, right there, right there? How far? He's not spooked, but he's walking away. It's like 75.
Guys, so that was some pretty fast action. We thought we boogered it up because Hunter saw a turkey and then it worked its way over the hill. So we ended up working around to this point to kind of call off into this bottom. Didn't hear anything, and all of a sudden we saw him again to our left up there, and ended up calling a big group of jakes in. I'm not sure. I wasn't 100% sure if there was a gobbler in the group or not. One of them had a longer beard, and I was trying to look for spurs. I shot a Jake Merriam 2 years ago, and I was really hoping for a gobbler this time so I could do a back cape, because I thought hunters turned out really well. So it was like 5 yards. I had that hen come in.
He's a trophy hunter.
I'm a trophy hunter, I guess. But yeah, the first afternoon I didn't really want to just tag out on a Jake, so I just didn't shoot him. But they were like right there, and so hopefully Hunter got some insane footage, because like they were super close. I didn't think it was gonna work out because this setup wasn't the best, because we were looking into the sun and they were looking into us, and they had kind of the sun at their back. So, but we used this tree here, sat in the shade, and I sat behind some brush, and that hen came up literally to like 5 yards. I don't even think she was 5 yards. She was close, but pretty exciting first afternoon. I got eyes on them again. They're kind of working back where they came from, so we know there's turkeys around if, on the last day we've got to come back and shoot a Jake. So it's pretty cool though.
That's insane.
I'm not sure really what the plan is now. We still got to go get camp set up. Obviously we're not going to just go too far, so, but since we're out and about, we might as well try to see if we can locate more gobblers and go from there. So see what else happens this afternoon. This place is seeming with wildlife. Alright, first full day here in South Dakota, Black Hills. Beautiful country, beautiful sunset. We're pretty wet from sweating all night.
Beautiful sunset, huh?
Sunrise, same thing. It's orange. We put a little grit in our lives last night, bringing a backcountry pillow to our backcountry camp, which is about 100 yards off the road. So we got maybe a combined 2 hours, 3 hours of sleep, but
we're testing gear for our elk hunt.
We're testing gear for our backcountry elk hunt. That actually is a backcountry hunt. So anyway, got packs loaded. We should be able to hunt all day, and there's a lot of country to work with. We haven't seen a single other person, and we're camped right off the road. So I think we should be good. Let's go find them. We're still in this big group of birds. We kind of got around them, got kind of close, set up kind of a couple times, but they're just down on this huge open flat, kind of field birds. So we're just kind of shadowing them, trying to stay close, trying to get on different sides of them, keep setting up, I guess. Hopefully at some point something changes and we'll come in. There's, I think, one gobbler, and I think it's the same group we called in yesterday, and perhaps we passed the gobbler yesterday, but not sure, because he doesn't have that long of a beard. But I think we passed a Jake, so I don't know. Well guys, it's been quite a while since we did any sort of update, but we were driving around and we ended up getting to a spot where we couldn't get past with the truck, so we went back to the area that we saw those birds this morning, and we ended up finding them again, but there's a bunch of big storm systems that rolled in. So we ran back to the truck and at camp to make sure everything was battened down, rode out the storm a little bit, and we're back out now locating them. We found the turkeys, but then we got distracted by a bull elk that I was able to sneak into within 100 yards. Got some sweet footage and photos of them, which was really awesome. So now we're running over to try to see if we can cut off the turkeys before they go to roost. Hopefully these turkeys are just continuously going back and forth. There's no rhyme or reason for what they're doing at this point other than just to avoid us. We don't think they see us at all because we're using the terrain to cover our movement.
but they are just going all over the place. So hopefully we can get on them again. Hopefully we can get close enough to get a shot. So we'll see how it goes. You wouldn't think we would turn them at the roost, but probably not.
They're literally up where we set up yesterday or this morning, Hunter. They're probably gonna roost up in those trees. Yeah, I mean, at that point you should have to figure out where you want to be. Get close. I think maybe one of the birds that we've been on for the last day and a half across the road, and he's gobbling up here this morning, which he didn't yesterday, so it's a good sign. So I think we have a good, decent play on him. Not that far. I think he'd want to come out here if he did last night. Yeah. And he did. He's fired up.
Only heard one bird fly down, and we're on this beautiful flat. But why would he want to come up here when he could cross 2 roads and be a half mile away already? Completely alone. We got a hen yelping up here.
Well, guys, we ended up sitting on our glassing knob for probably close to an hour. Didn't see any turkeys, so we opted to come down into the general area where we've seen turkeys go in and out in the past. So we've got the decoy set up, and we're sitting under this giant pine. We're gonna sit here for a while and see if they come out. Should be perfect. We're in the shade. Big tree, overhanging limbs. They should just really catch onto the decoy and come on in for a shot. So all the shadows break us up really well. So we'll be sitting here for a while. Hopefully he'll gobble. I'm not sure if we'll do any blind calling or not, but we'll just have to sit and see what happens. It's the only way to hunt him right now. So. a Jake? For sure. Heck yeah, man. I couldn't see the camera.
No, it's a Jake, I think.
Dude. Yes.
I knew it was a Jake. I had glassed him on his way in. He had a red head.
I don't know if I got the shot on video, but...
Oh, sorry.
No, I couldn't stop him because I wasn't prepared.
I know, and he was almost out of my view.
Yeah.
He started coming to the funky chicken.
Literally. We've been fighting these birds, Hunter. Like this entire
I got
time.
excited there at the end.
Dude, that was awesome. Now I'm getting excited.
I thought you were shaking too.
Yeah, God, I was freezing too.
Yeah. Well, I know he's a Jake.
Out of state hunt though.
But this is actually my first and will be my only turkey of the 2020 season. I had kind of a rough year, I guess, when I was hunting for myself. Had some good hunts with others, but it's just been kind of rough. And we got here, South Dakota, had a long journey in. Definitely thought we hit the jackpot at the first day. We called in a group of Jakes and Trevor passed one up. Might have spooked the gobbler off that time, not really sure, but we ended up setting up camp right in this area ever since then. And every day we've been messing with turkeys in this huge open flat and just cannot get them to come in ever since that first day. Between every time we try to go around them, they go to the other side, can't even get close to them, and they go out in this middle here. It's just been really tough, and there's actually only one, maybe two actual full-grown gobblers on this whole flat, and we've only heard probably 3 total gobblers
Right.
in this whole hunt so far, and we've only been here 2.5 days, but
Such a pretty bird.
we were starting to need some success. We were getting a little bit, I wouldn't say down, just we were kind of just frustrated with these birds. We were almost like, we actually moved, we even tore down camp earlier today, and then we moved, and road was blocked and kind of foiled most of our backup plans, actually. We ended up back in the same spot. Got here, saw one bird still on this flat, glassed him off the road, and then went back to camp, or where camp used to be. Came down to our glassing knob, nothing was in the field, so finally we made kind of an aggressive move because these turkeys have just been hanging out on this edge. Finally we just beat feet across it, just crossed this flat, and we've been sitting here for how long? 3, 4 hours at least.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. It's been a long time, but we knew we were in a good spot. And I also just decided, like, these turkeys move around enough. If you sit in one spot long enough, they're freaking gonna come. No idea where this bird came from. He might have come from the other side. And it's just been a really slow afternoon. No gobbles, nothing. Not a lot of toms in here, but you know, some people hate when you shoot jakes, and I don't think it's much different than shooting a tom. If it's legal in the state you're hunting in, then you might as well. I love eating wild turkey, and like I said, this is going to be my only bird of the year. I'd rather fill a tag if I can, and we've seen, like, I think there might be 10, 15 jakes running around this flat. Ton of jakes, just no toms, and I wonder if maybe they all got shot already this season. I don't know what the pressure was like earlier.
We're pretty late, so.
It's really not that far off a road too, so I don't know, but I tell you what, I got excited, and I am just pumped to be able to fill a tag, and it was a cool hunt.
That's a pretty sweet setup though. We were set up in that tree there, and the idea is with all the sun beating down on us, we'd be hidden really well, and it worked out perfect. It was a 30-yard shot to the funky chicken,
and I freaking smoked him.
You made it count. Sweet, man. Nice job. We'll have to tag him up. And
we did call him in. He was not that interested in the calls, but finally he did start to come in, and actually right when he was coming in, I looked back at Trevor, and there was a turkey coming out right behind us, and I thought maybe that was the group that we were trying to get come in. But so then I was having doubts on whether I should shoot him or not, and he just came in so perfect. It was like, you might as well take the bird in the hand at this point.
Yeah.
We can focus on Trevor now, so pretty pumped.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, sweet setup.
Shot him right in that gap. I was sitting right up against that tree. There's no way he's gonna see us.
No.
And he liked that decoy. I don't know why it works, but it works. Well, just got the bird all cleaned up, put in the cooler. It's a Yeti. Hasn't been holding ice that long. We can say that because we're not sponsored. Anywho, we're gonna go back to the same glassing knob and see if anything else came back, see if that gobbler came out, and try to get Trevor on it. But pretty pumped I don't have to be carrying a gun around anymore. So see what happens. They should be out. Stay tuned for the next video.